Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel coming at you with a fun fact. Cryptocurrency price action is volatile AF. And that's a scientific fact right there. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you opinions from all sorts of chart analysts and traders. Now to be clear, I'm not offering financial advice and I don't have a financial background. I'm just sharing some information that I found interesting. I'm happy to share my opinions, but you shouldn't buy or sell because of my opinions because that'd be really stupid, so just don't do it. But I tell you what, there are all sorts of opinions out there. There's at least one analyst that I'm going to share the opinion of this analyst in this video. Tells you where they think the bottom is for the price of XRP because it's been trending down after hitting about 35 cents within the last how long has it been? Within the last couple of weeks or so. Depending of where it's going, you may like it, you may not, maybe not. And there's another analyst that I'm looking forward to citing in the future, in this video, the specifics. But he's basically sharing the sentiment that, okay, there's some downward price action, but we're still in an overall bullish trend. So it's not all necessarily negative sentiment out there, though there certainly is some of that. But before going any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, I think you're a super cool person. And you should prove it to me by subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel. That's the only way to do it. I'm sorry, I don't make up the rules here. Maybe I do, it's my channel. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and dive in. So the market cap for the crypto asset class is $245 billion. Bitcoin is at $8,707. And XRP is at 22.9 cents at the time of recording. And looks like things have been mostly heading down. So here's a 24-hour chart for XRP. And here's the 24-hour chart for Bitcoin. And you can see they're looking pretty gosh darn the same here. Now, I want to start with this article from the Daily Hodl. Meteoric $1 million Bitcoin predictions are not crazy, says Shark Tank star and crypto bull Robert Herjavec. I don't remember how to pronounce that. Whatever, let's go on. The founder of global cybersecurity firm Herjavec Group and Shark Tank star Robert Herjavec says he wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin soar to $1 million. In a new interview with Kitco, Herjavec says money is on an unbreakable path towards digitization, and he's a big believer in Bitcoin and electronic payments in the future. When asked if he thinks Bitcoin is an attractive investment at its current price of around $8,700, Herjavec says he'd be a buyer. And here's a quote: "I would be buying Bitcoin here. I think the price of Bitcoin on a long-term basis will quintuple, if that's a word. I don't know if it is. I forget who the analyst was yesterday who said consumers always go to convenience and Bitcoin is convenient." So there's the quote. Now, he points to various ways to get exposure to Bitcoin, such as the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and CME futures, as well as the altcoin market as a whole, as signs that the market is slowly gaining institutional exposure. When asked if predictions that Bitcoin will hit $1 million are overly bullish, Herjavec says he believes Bitcoin may reach seven figures in the long run. And here's another quote now. "It doesn't sound crazy to me, but you have to associate the price of an individual type of Bitcoin, because part of the challenge is there is no one Bitcoin. You can buy different types of Bitcoin, and I think it's a bit of a fragmented industry. The minute you have a JP Morgan Chase or you have a large institutional company getting behind it, then that will change." Well, and I'd still say there is only one actual Bitcoin. There's just been forks, and then those are different versions of it, but it's not... I hope I'm not getting too much of a semantical argument there, but there is only one Bitcoin. If it's a fork, it's not the same thing. All right, take a look at this. This piece was titled, "Bitcoin Tumbles Altcoins in Deep Red. Here's where Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP will land, according to top crypto analysts." So let me jump down to the part about XRP because I don't want to go through this whole thing. This is an XRP-centric channel after all, damn it, so I try to stick to that, generally speaking. Here we go. As for XRP, technical trader Bleeding Crypto says the coin will likely continue to fill futures gaps before it hits a bottom near 20.37 cents. Gaps are created on weekends when futures trading stops and XRP trading continues around the clock. According to the analyst, XRP typically fills its gaps 90% of the time. So there you go. That analyst is saying the bottom for XRP, 20.37 23.37 cents. It's rather precise, isn't it? Here's another chart analyst named Dennis Surachek. He writes for crypto media outlet You Today, and he's got his, it's an almost daily piece titled Top 3 Price Predictions, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Regular correction or prerequisite for continued decline? And here's the part about XRP/USD. XRP is the biggest loser on our list. The rate of the third most popular coin has dropped by almost 10% in the past day. XRP is also oversold, which could help cause a price pullback. On the daily chart, the coin touched the support line of the Bollinger Bank indicator. A potential short-term growth is also supported by the trading volume. In this case, there is a high chance of reaching 24 cents soon. Now, this is fun to read through because this was from earlier today, and obviously it dropped below 24 cents, as I cited at the time of recording, 22.9 cents, but he it's conceptually perhaps heading in the right direction with the way he was thinking there. Now, here's another chart analyst named Rakesh Upadhyay. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I might be. And he writes for Cointelegraph. And so he's got this piece with all sorts of analysis for all sorts of different cryptocurrencies. And I just want to jump down to the part about our beloved XRP. So here you go, XRP/USD. XRP plunged below the 26.3 cent support on February 25th, which triggered our suggested stop loss on the long positions at 26 cents. The drop also completed a head and shoulders pattern, which has a target objective of 18.043 cents, so even lower than that other analyst. Now, the 20-day EMA has turned down, and the RSI has dipped into the negative zone, which suggests that bears have the upper hand. The next support on the downside is 21.3 cents, and below it, 19.9 cents. We expect the buyers to step in closer to these levels. However, any pullback is likely to face stiff resistance at the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern at 26.3 cents. If the price turns down from the neckline, the decline will resume. However, if the bulls can push the XRP/USD pair above 26.3 cents, it will signal strength. And that was written a little bit earlier today. There we go, 8 hours ago. So keep that in mind as I'm recording this. It's I have the benefit of hindsight, so it went a little bit lower, but still interesting to see these opinions from chart analysts nonetheless here. Now, here's a tweet from chart analyst Magic, who has almost 70,000 followers on TradingView, and he wrote this. Bitcoin is testing the 200-day now. If it is broken, things could get nasty. And he had this chart along with that tweet. So we're watching. Next, here's a tweet from Josh Rager with a not so bullish point of view here. So he just wrote, "Don't be mad, Bitcoin." And here's the picture that he has right here. And you can see, so this line right here, target of price fails to hold support above. If it doesn't hold there, then going down to that level of, and this, by the way, what was the time on this? So this was a little bit earlier today. And so again, we have the benefit of hindsight, going down to 8,646. That's what he was stating. And again, so Bitcoin, as I record this, is at 8,692. Not far off, Mr. Rager. How about that, gosh darn it? All right, next, here's a tweet from Leb Crypto. And he wrote this. Zoom out. Go to the weekly charts. Pull up the Bollinger Bands. You'll see that things aren't too doom and gloom. I'm still convinced this is a sharp correction within a bull market. Not a roaring bull yet, but a bull nonetheless. And then he did hashtag a bunch of other cryptocurrencies that don't include XRP, but he really does frequently talk about XRP. He's definitely a pro XRP type of guy, frequently charts it. And so, obviously, XRP would be part of this whole group, despite him not tagging it there. And so he seems to think that just in general, this is a temporary setback here. And so this is one of the more bullish outlooks on it, to be honest with you, that I've seen today from a chart analyst, and we'll just have to see how things keep on unraveling here. But here's another tweet from DIY Investing, and he writes, "We fell through support." This is about Bitcoin, of course. "We fell through support at $9,100, which was my last stand before we go to $8,300, waiting to accumulate the bulk of my bids for when Bitcoin goes lower." So as you can see, out of all the opinions that I've shared in this video, a vast majority of them, while not completely dire, they're just talking about for the short term at a minimum, not looking so hot, but It's not like everything's going to hell forever here. And look, from my perspective, again, not offering financial advice, but this is just how humans behave when there's frenzy around an asset class like this. It's remarkable that there's been this type of frenzy sustained for over a decade. I acknowledge that, but it doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon, and as a result, I don't think that the volatility, by and large, although there seem to be dormant periods, roughly speaking, from time to time, at least from the realm of crypto, I don't think that this is going to stop anytime soon because people, by and large, just have not figured out this asset class, and it's taking a very long time for it to figure out and get flushed out. But whatever, I'm along for the ride. I'm happy to be here, happy to keep reporting on it as well. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!